Welcome to Current Affairs News. I am Hugh Chunt, and today I am stood outside of Burgershot where a feud is brewing between employee Marty Stew and the LSPD. Marty Stew claims that Officer Chester Berger failed to conduct his job properly, and for that, he should lose his job. Let's go find out more. I am Hugh Chunt of Current Affairs News, and today I'm here with Marty Stew, a local employee of Burgershot. Marty, could you tell us a little bit more about the situation at hand?
Yeah, it involves the LSPD's Senior Officer Berger, apologies, unprovokedly shooting the staff in basically aiding and abetting one repeat violent offender, Negan Grant.
Hmm. Go on.
Do you want me to start from the beginning, I guess?
Yeah, by all means, give us any information that you think would be relevant.
All right. Yesterday, around rush hour, Negan Grant and Officer Berger and Officer Mercer enter the restaurant around the same time. Um, Officer Chester Berger is throwing his kind of came in here throwing his weight around, kind of telling us that we should hire Negan when we told him we're not hiring the felon, who not only has he tried to rob Burgershot and was unsuccessful, he's attacked me personally multiple times. So there was that, and after telling them no, and then jokingly saying, "Oh, we can't hire violent felons, so he's fired." They took that very seriously, even though heavy sarcasm was implied. Um, Officer Berger encouraged Negan to jump the counter, and before he even jumped the counter, we told Negan, "If you jump the counter, we are going to pull out our pistols and shoot you." And when he did, we even gave him a final chance to put his hands up when he jumped the counter, to just put his hands up and escort out. He refused to comply and even said, "Go on then," to which
Mm-hmm.
he was shot. Then, after receiving medical treatment by the EMS, comes back around 10 minutes later, I'd say, and then starts to ram customers and my boss's car in the parking lot. Ex- and the LSPD just kind of watched him do it and laughed while he was.
Mm-hmm.
After getting annoyed at the LSPD, Andrew, and Richard, the other employee, we go back inside, and a few minutes later, Negan comes in wearing a makeshift burger shot uniform, instructed by Chester. After that, Negan Grant walked through the employee door back there to the register,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him to leave once. He refused, so I started to fight him. And after fighting him, Chester Berger then shot me, saying I was pulling out a gun, which was completely false, considering that I believe Chief Lewis said there was only one casing on scene, not belonging to me. After seeing this, my fellow employee attacked Officer Berger for unprovoked shooting at his vice manager
Which employee was this, sorry?
and Richard Lancaster.
I see. Continue.
Sorry. Um, and that's basically it. I heard on the way in the next other side of the room that Chester Berger implied that me and Richard were pointing guns at him and trying to shoot. Sorry about that.
Okay, you
So
were saying.
after going to the EMS, I heard Officer Berger basically lying to his chief of police, and therefore he's not being served by Burgershot staff until compensation is met.
I see. And when you say he was lying, how do you mean lying? What did he say?
He said to his chief and vice chief that I pulled a gun on Negan when he ran behind the counter a second time, which I did not. And he also implied that my fellow employee pulled a gun on him and was going to shoot him, which he did
Hmm.
not.
Is that fellow employee also
Richard,
Richard?
yes.
Right, I see. And now I'm outside of the LSPD headquarters where we attempted to get a statement from the police, but were only answered with, "No comment at this time." A little while after the incident, we reached out to Richard Lester for a statement, but he refused to comment. We then asked Burgershot owner Andrew Reynolds about the incident and the supposed LSPD ban, and he had this to say. I'm Hugh Torrey, Current Affairs News. Today I'm here with the owner of Burgershot, Andrew Reynolds, who has come to
That's
give
me.
his... Yep, it is in fact you. He has come to give his opinion of the incidents as they've happened, and also a statement about the Burgershot ban of the LSPD. And I'm getting a call on my phone. Shut up.
You're really good at this job.
Thank you. Right, can you give me your statement, please?
The LSPD is not banned, just Chester Berger,
I see. And why is that?
because he shot Marty in the face.
And why did he shoot Marty in the face?
I don't know, I didn't see.
I see. However, we were able to recover this footage from the incident despite a technical fault affecting our microphone. As you can see here behind the counter is both Negan and Muddy Stew, who are injured from the incident. Officer Berger seemingly fine. Richard Leister runs into the building, sees the incident, and Andrew Reynolds leaves the back, sees the incident as well, pulls out his pistol. Richard Leister runs out of the building and into the parking lot. Officer Berger and Marty seemingly speak for a few minutes, conversing about the nature of what had just occurred. Richard Leister then runs back into the building, assaults Officer Berger. The two begin a fist fight. Officer Berger pulls out his pistol, fires a couple of shots, but Richard keeps on hitting him. Andrew runs out and pulls his pistol on Berger, but doesn't fire. The two of them knock each other out. Police arrive in the background. Andrew runs over, picks up Richard, runs into the back. As more police arrive, Andrew seemingly looks for a way to escape after the incident. They run into the back room, and it's at that moment that I try to pursue them out through the back door, and that's where the footage ends. And that is all for this report. Be sure to tell us on Chirp what you think about the situation. Do you believe that the Burgershot employees are in the right, or do you think Officer Berger was simply doing his job? Thank you, and good night.